Hey, this is Robin Shields, and today I'm going to be speaking with you on the topic of strengths. I'm not talking about physical strength, I'm talking about your personal strengths. You have them, we all have them, so let's go find them. Let's start out with a quote from Peter Drucker. I found this pretty interesting. He says, "Most people think they know what they're good at. They are usually wrong, and yet a person can only perform from strength." You know, it's been said that people who operate in their strengths on a daily basis are 6 times more productive, and they're 3 times more likely to be enjoying an excellent quality of life. So that right there sounds like a really good reason to tap into our personal strength tank. So to get started, some questions that we can ask ourselves are, do I know my strengths? Am I operating in my strengths? And if I'm kind of unsure, how do I discover my true strengths? Well, here's a good way. Let's start with this. It's a book by Tom Rath. It's called StrengthsFinder 2.0. It's a really short read, as you can see. And, Tom makes a distinction that the strengths are not the same as talents or preferences. In fact, his definition of a strength is the ability to consistently provide near perfect performance. And in fact, here's his formula, if you will. It's talent times investment equals strength. And talent is just simply a natural way of thinking, feeling, or behaving. And of course, investment is the time that you put in, the time that you spend practicing, developing your skills and your knowledge base. So again, it's a super short book. It's been a few years since I've taken my strengths inventory, so don't quote me. However, what happens is in the back of your book, you'll find a unique code. Log into the website, put your code in, and begin the test. That's about 180 or so questions that you take, and they're timed. So you want to be in a quiet space and where you're not going to be interrupted. I think it's about 20 seconds per question, and boom, 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 it goes pretty quick. It moves on. If you don't answer it, it's still going to move on without you. But the result is that it's going to email you your top 5 strengths. And then from there, you just grab your book, grab a highlighter, and look at those. And there's pretty detailed information on it. What I really like about it is the book explains not only what the strength is, but it also provides some real world, real life examples of what that strength, looks like played out in the real world. And it also, which I thought was pretty good, was provide some ideas for application, how to get into action using your strengths, and then also how these strengths would work well with other people. So I want to leave you with this quote. I really like this quote. I found it, excuse me, on page 9. And he says that, when we're able to put most of our energy into developing our natural talents, extraordinary room for growth exists. So a revision to the "you can be anything you want to be" might be more accurate as "you cannot be anything you want to be, but you can be a lot more of who you already are." I like that one. That's a good nugget. I want to say that again. You cannot be anything you want to be, but you can be a lot more of who you already are. So when you're working in your strengths, the activities you engage in can almost seem effortless. And when you're not, you're likely experiencing some sort of frustration and fatigue because it's a square peg, round hole scenario. So if you want to eliminate that, I invite you to pick up this book and learn about yourself. Take the quiz, get on the path to discovering and operating in your strengths, because they say it's all about the strengths. It's all about the strengths, about the strengths, about the strengths, no weakness. It's all about the strengths, about the strengths, no weakness. It's all, forgive me, I digress. Okay, we're back on track. Be sure to find your way over to robinshields.com, that's Robin with a Y, and hop onto my newsletter for more tips and idea sharing to help you out. Until then, I'll catch you on the next video.